And welcome to update number 2 on Hurricane Cosme at the moment. Here it is, currently with wind speeds of 75 miles per hour, pressure of 987 millibars, currently located at 17.7 north, 110.7 west, and it's expected not to intensify much more from its current intensity at the moment, as a weak category 1 hurricane is not expected to intensify any further, maybe towards 80-85 miles per hour at peak. But probably not to category 2 strength at this time, though there still is a chance of that, but it doesn't seem likely at the moment. The sea surface temperatures aren't in its favour when it's going forward. 24 degree waters ahead of it, currently just on the periphery of the 26 degree waters, which is obviously what's needed to sustain a tropical cyclone. Here it is on the latest satellite imagery. The small island you see there is a Socorro Island, part of Mexico. I believe it's uninhabited, so I hope there won't be any damages there, but the storm's passing very close to that island, just off to the south at the moment. You can see perhaps towards the end of these loops the storm perhaps deteriorating slightly on the western side of the storm, where the colder waters are, and indeed there's dry air off to the northwest as well, which could be having some sort of effect on the outer bands of the storm at least. However, the storm still looks strong on the eastern side, and indeed perhaps intensifying, so that's why there may be the possibility of a little bit more intensification still to occur as it passes the island, but obviously weakening is expected beyond that to a depression and then to turn post-tropical in around 5 days time. Looking at the overview map then, Cosme is the only game in town at the moment, the only storm in the world at the moment. As a matter of fact, there was another one that formed earlier today, a new Invest 97W in the Western Pacific, but that's not really expected to develop just yet. There isn't much to that storm at the moment, so Cosme is the only real thing going on. There it is on the Pacific Ocean satellite. It's hard to miss. It's a rather big system. Cosme is expected, of course, to move towards the west-northwest. Not likely to affect land, at least directly, though there may be some rough surf conditions for the Mexican coastline along the western coast there. Looking at 2013 compared then, so far we've got worked with 3 tropical storms and 2 hurricanes now, the second hurricane forming of the season 2013, currently still in 65th place, but obviously it's still very early in the season. 64th place is 1953 with just one more tropical storm, so it will be tying that with the next storm that forms in the Eastern Pacific, and I bet you any money that the next storm does form. The models still are hinting at it in the next few days, but another storm forming. So that may be the 4th one that will form. We'll have to see about that one. Don't forget you can track the storm and indeed any others that form in the Eastern Pacific or anywhere else in the world at the website force13.com/stormtracking.html will take you straight to the storm tracking page, and then you can go basin by basin to see what's going on. And elsewhere on the web, Facebook and Twitter, just search Force 13, you'll find us fairly easily enough. And don't forget to show your support by following, liking, subscribing and favouriting, and anything else that you may want to do. The next update for Cosme will be coming up at midnight UTC. That'll be in the bulletin number 29 coming up later this evening.